Hi, and welcome to a sneak peek of Nodality 1.3. Nodality 1.3 includes some new nodes for image synthesis and processing. Let's take a quick look. We'll kick off by creating three RGB nodes for the three primary colours. Create a number node, operator RGB, this is for red, operator RGB for green, and operator RGB for blue. I'm then going to create our first image synthesis node. We'll use a checkerboard. Create new, image filter, checkerboard. We'll feed into there red and green. Now that started off quite small, so let's make those checks a bit bigger. We'll create another number node. Let's say 25, and feed that into the checkerboard. And then we can make another checkerboard over here. This time we'll feed in green and blue. And then for the size, we won't just feed in 25, we'll feed in 25 times 2. So a new number. 2, an operator, multiply, feed those two numbers into the operator, and then feed the output of the multiplication into the size of the second checkerboard. And now we have two checkerboards linked together. I can change that 25 to 15, I can change that 2 to 3, and you can see how the two checkerboards update. We can then feed the output of the checkerboards into another type of image filter. So, image filter, Gaussian blur, take the output of the checkerboard, input to the Gaussian blur, take the 3, input that into the size of the blur, maybe change that 3 to a 10. We now have a very blurry checkerboard, so maybe something slightly smaller. 5. So we have a blurry checkerboard. The blur of the checkerboard is obviously linked to the size of the second checkerboard. We have another filter called gloom. We can take the output of the larger checkerboard, feed it into the gloom, maybe take the 5 from here, feed that into the intensity of the gloom, and then we also have filters that allow us to composite together. So I've got an addition mask here, addition blend rather, image filter, addition, take the output, image 1, take the output of that, image 2. We can also have a mask blend. Now a mask blend uses a third image to define how the two images are blended together. So if I create a new image filter of type radial grad, turn this addition into a mask blend, take the output of the radial gradient, put it into the mask, and now we've masked those two images together with that radial gradient. We could take another number, for instance, we could get the 75, use an operator, square root, take the square root of 75, and feed that into the radius of the gloom filter, and then change that 75 by changing the 15 to 50, and you can see how that interacts really quickly. So this allows us to build up big networks of image operators controlled by numeric operators. In the future we'll be able to link these up to counters to change these values over time. Thank you, and that's a quick intro to the new image processing support in Nodality 1.3.